My son to go dress himself. He said, hey, I want clothes on. And I said, go dress yourself. Now, come here, buddy. Show me what you got. We got a button-up shirt. And we got sleep pants that are inside out. And backwards. Yeah, that's the tag here. We got the tag here. Yeah, they're inside out and backwards, buddy. Okay. All right, and Raina over here is going to be a puppy dog in a play today. She's got her first performance tonight. It's opening night. Look at her pretty hair. Are you excited about your play?
Yes.
What are you most excited about?
I'm most excited about
playing. Acting?
Yes.
Very cool. You're so cute today.
Look, my parents.
Let me see what color.
Oh, you want to check it out?
Look backwards.
Oh, they're
Backwards. Too much, babe. I got hairspray and stuff in it.
Okay.
Just look at it.
It's blue,
I follow
pink,
the pattern.
yellow, purple.
Uh-huh.
What's back here?
Pink.
Pink.
So Holly last night, I've totally fell asleep before getting to tell you guys the update. Holly fell asleep. I mean, I fell asleep.
I didn't fall asleep. I was working.
She picked up a side gig for $150 yesterday. So we were able to knock out yesterday's daily goal with Holly, taking care of that while I looked up how to do the Amazon stuff. So that's what she was doing while I was doing that. My hair's going wild today. What is happening?
It's just weather today.
Yeah.
Mine's wild too.
It's pretty crazy out there. But yeah, that's what happened yesterday. Today we're going to spark a little bit and
Daddy.
see what comes up. We were going to give blood, but we woke up too late. We actually slept until 9 o'clock today. All the kids let us, so we took advantage of it.
We were up till 3.
Dada.
What, Ro?
Let's fight you.
You want to fight me?
Yeah,
Why?
I know.
What did I do to you?
I know. I want to fight your phone.
You want to fight your phone? You want to fight the phone?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I win?
Alright.
Oh, oh. Ah. All right.
Oh my gosh.
You kicked it out of my hand. All right, you won. He won. There is something special about this place right after it rains. My goodness, it's beautiful. Enjoy where you're at, even if you don't like it. Enjoy it. Guys, this past week, we have bust our butts. I don't know if you can tell, we're feeling it. It has been a crazy week, okay? We have been working so much overtime, so much extra work to get caught up and to be able to get ahead. And we've really worked really hard because we got back from vacation and then got a bill for $900, right? Kind of a scary feeling whenever you're sitting there and you're like, you're expecting just to spend $100 and then come back and say, hey, this is required, this is required, this is required. I would not recommend you leaving without doing all this stuff for your car whenever we were just getting an oil change, right? So that was a huge hit. So we went into panic mode on trying to make that money back so we didn't have to use it from our account, right? We wanted to make sure that we had that money and we were able to move forward as quick as possible. And we did it. We actually killed it last week, man. I'm so proud of the work we did. We were feeling it. We might go for $50 a day next week, since we doubled our money or doubled our goal this week. We actually today, Holly did some extra side gigs for $50. And with DoorDash and everything else was about $64.40. So with our side hustles, we did $64.40. And with Holly's $50 that she did, that put us at a total of $114.40 for today's side gig. Next week, we are going to probably tone it way down. Try to shoot for $50 a day. and just be happy with $50. And still try to make as much as we can, of course, but minimum $50 just to keep the goal alive and to let us recoup from this past week, because we are honestly, we're really feeling it. We might take a day off if we make $100 type thing, but we're gonna make $50 a day still, because we're wanting to make $100 the whole month. That's still gonna put us, because this past 7 days we made $201 average. So technically we could take the whole week off, but I'm not going to. I still want to make, I want to see how much money we can actually make going for this. So we're going to take it easy next week and then hit it again hard the next week after that. We averaged $201.20 a day. That's crazy. We're busting our butts while Holly was still working. I'm on summer break, so I was able to put a little more time into it. But she still worked triple overtime. She was there with me the whole time, busting her butt just to get this done so we can make our money back. So this next week, we're going to try to make $50 a week starting tomorrow. Of course, we're going to try to make more than that. But I would like to still shoot for 100 and settle for 50. If we make $50 real quick, we can take a little break. Because we are honestly, today I took a 4-hour nap. It wasn't 4 hours. It was more like 2. But still, it was a hard nap and I'm still feeling it. So last week we made $1,408.28 in 7 days. That's just on side hustles. That's just on things that we do as side businesses. That's not our paychecks. That's on top of what we do. So if you're struggling, if you get fired, if you get something happens in your life, there's ways you can make that money. The main 3 that we did was DoorDashing, Sparked, and eBay. Those 3 things. Of course, we've been building up our eBay business for a while. You're not going to be there right away. So don't hear my numbers and get discouraged. It takes a while. We've been doing this for a year consistently. And we're finally getting to these points where we can bring in this kind of money as one of our side hustles. DoorDash and Spark, you could do that tomorrow. And you could make probably $100 a day doing DoorDash and Spark. I would focus on Spark. Today we could have made $500 on Spark, but they kept giving us huge ones that we didn't want to take and shopping ones because we were just so tired. We didn't want, we wanted a couple of small ones. And we took the small ones and we left the big ones. There was 3 that we passed up on that were an hour long that were for $45, $50 here and there. And we could have easily made a lot more money today, but we were just so worn out. We were just let's get our $100 and be done. And that would have put us way over if we would have done those. That's how much Sparked works, especially in bigger towns. And this was the small town. This was the small town. We didn't go to the bigger town that has a lot of stuff. So do Spark. Get on Spark if you can. I highly recommend Spark. It takes a while to get in. So if you are wanting to do that, you got to get into it now because it took me a month to get accepted and my wife about 3 weeks. So we're both on it so that I can do it whenever she's working and she can do it whenever we're both together. DoorDash, pretty simple to get into, especially if your city's pretty large, but highly recommend you get on those 2. Those 2 really helped us out. And honestly, put us back on track. So next week, I think we're going to do a couple of days since it's $50 is our goal. 2 of those days is going to be Holly's going to start giving blood at a plasma place. We'll talk more about that next week. And I have a wedding next week as well that we're going to be able to put the money towards. So that's another reason why we're trying to slow down is because I've got a lot of editing to do next week on top of keeping up with the vlog, trying to get my Do It To It channel back on track. And I'm trying to get all this stuff in order just to get things back to rolling, So that's what we're on right now. Still want to make at least $50 a day. And if we make just $50 a day, we're going to still be at $125 average. And then the next week after that, we're going to hit it hard and try to do $100 again. And do the last 2 weeks of the month, we want to make $100 a day, probably more. So I would love to walk away from this month making at least $4,000, $1,000 a week. I think it's doable at this point. We're going to put all the money for the wedding into this. I'm going to spread it out so I'm not like giving up how much my client paid me, because I don't want to throw that on the internet if they're watching this video and kind of be like, I don't want to make them feel like I'm putting their numbers out there. So I'm going to spread that out throughout the week, and you're just going to know that it came out. We're going to cover our $50 for tomorrow with the wedding and then move forward and just kind of spread that out over the week. So if we need to have a little bump one day, like if we didn't want to go out one day, we could take a $50 from that and put it down there. Whatever. It'll be throughout the whole week. We're still going to do work. I just don't want to give out the numbers for my clients and you just be like, oh, you charge this much for a wedding and you gave them a discount, because this is a family wedding and I am doing it for a discount. So I don't want to throw out numbers and then make other people jealous or whatever. It's family. So you cut family a deal because that's what you do. But I still think we're going to make easily over $50 a day next week, because 2 of the days we're going to give blood. Like I said, Holly's giving blood. And one of those days is more, and the other day is like $40. So we would just do like DoorDash or something for like $10-15 and be done. So I'm really feeling good about this next week. Raina is off from her play, so we're able to do a little more work, and she's able to help us out a little bit. She does really good helping out with Ronan. So that's kind of where we're at. Like I'm really excited. I'm really wanting to make this summer, to be really focused on getting us out of debt. If we were able to put down a $4,000 payment on something at the end of the month, that's going to be really cool. So that's our goal, is to be able to pay off a lot of debt at the end of this month and then do it again next month. I have another wedding next month. That's going to be really nice. So 2 weddings back to back over the summer break. And I haven't promoted anything. This is just people word of mouth know that I do this stuff, reaching out to me. And with those weddings and things like that, we're really going to be able to punch in a lot of numbers and really be able to pay off quite a bit of debt. I'm scared to say it, but I want to say $5,000 a month for the next 2 months, pay off $10,000 worth of debt. I think that'd be crazy. Of course, with some of this stuff, we're not putting all of it back in there. We're going to, like all the eBay stuff, we just take 50% to put towards the debt, but we're trying to make $100 a day. If we make that money, we can go buy more stuff and, keep the business growing. But right now, we're not buying anything because I've got a death pile out of this world of just clothes and other merchandise that I need to list that I haven't listed yet. I'm really feeling good about it. I want to I'm setting the goal at 4,000. I'm shooting for 5. Okay. I'm going to shoot for $5,000. That's my goal for this month. Like I said, 1 weekend, we're already at $1,400. So yeah, if we do this exact week over 4 times, like if we just keep this consistency up 4 times, we're going to make $5,600, $5,600. If we keep this up, doing what we did today, doing what we did this past week, we would make $5,600. So if we take next week, take it kind of slow, we're still going to have days, like our goal is still to make it over $100. Like tomorrow, we're going to make over $100, right? So I know that we're still going to make a lot more money. I think it's easy that we could break $5,000 in the month of June, which would be absolutely crazy. Yeah, we're going to grind, man. I think this is going to be really big. So what I want to do is, like I said, I want to DoorDash and Spark in the mornings until Holly has to go to work at 4. And then we're going to do some blood next week, where she's going to donate blood plasma to a facility that pays for that. And I might jump in there if we need it and give my blood. They give like $300 for the first 3 times, and then Holly would get $100 for a recommendation. That'd be $400 that we could add to it over the next 3 weeks. So this month I could make an extra $400 if we need it. But man, needles freak me out. They really do. It's giving back, plus you're getting paid. I don't know. I might do that If July's looking kind of iffy, I might do it in July. But, man, needles freak me out. But, yeah, we're going to do that. We've got a wedding tomorrow. What was that? We got a wedding tomorrow. So we're going to be filming that. I've got to get my yearbook done next week, so I'm focused on getting that done. Next week is the week that I get that completed. Then we're going to spend the next week really hitting it hard, and we might do $150 a day that next week just to make up for this past week, and then that would put us at $1,000 for the next week. This week we had a lot of extra stuff that we won't have the rest of the week. I don't think we're going to make... So if we just hit our goals, we're going to be at $4,200. So that is, if we do $50 a day next week and then do $150 the next week. Wait a minute. We're already on the 13th. We missed the first week. So technically, we did $100 a day for the first 2 weeks because of this. So we might have to make some more because I've got to subtract a week. Man, okay. So yeah, we have... Today's what, the 13th? Yeah, today's the 13th. We're on current day. It's currently 11:43, and I'm filming this video to post today. It'll be late. So we got 17 days left of this month. And I want to make $5,000. So let's see how much we need to make daily to make our goal minus the $1,408 we made this past week. Divided by, what'd I say, 17 days. We need to make $211 a day in order to reach our $5,000 goal. So we might keep it at $1,000. So let's just do 17. Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to figure it out. We're just going to take it easy next week, honestly, and then hit it hard the next week until the end of the month. That's what our goal is. I might spark and DoorDash on my own at night whenever, and work in the mornings with Holly. I don't know. We're going to figure it out, guys. My goal is to make $5,000 by the end of June. And we're at $1,400 right now. So we're well on our way there. So tomorrow's going to help. And then we're going to be able to make $50 a day this next week. Pretty easy. I mean, $50 a day is like one spark and about 3 hours of door dashing. So you're looking at max 4 hours a day to make $50, which isn't bad. And I can get a lot of work done on top of that. I just need to get back into editing my videos, and I got to get this yearbook done. I think it's going to be a big week. We're going to list a lot of stuff this weekend, so hopefully we have a lot of big sales over the weekend, because normally that's a pretty good chunk on Sundays to get us going. Last Sunday was really big for eBay. For some reason, Sundays are huge for me. The weekends, like Friday's a decent day, Saturday's a pretty good day, Sundays are amazing. I don't know why it is that way, but it is. And hopefully this week will be the same way. Get us started off really big. So that way, yeah, I would love to make $5,000, dude. That would be crazy to make an extra $5,000 in, what? We did it in less than 30 days because we didn't start until this last Friday. In 25 days, we could make $5,000, which would be absolutely crazy. So, guys, if you have a goal, go out there and achieve it. I'm not trying to rub this in your face. I'm trying to encourage you, to let you know that it's possible, that working a full-time job, like, we're able to work around our schedules to be able to make an extra $1,400 this past week. Okay, so if you need an extra $1,000, you can do it in a week. We did it. Sure, we had some extra side hustles that, like, okay, let's take out the side hustles that aren't what everybody can do. I did a meeting for $110, and Holly did 2 side gigs for $600. So we're looking at we'll say $700. Yeah, you can make $700 in a week. An extra $700 And honestly, if we didn't do that, we could have probably done our other stuff and probably made about $100 during those times. Because those 2 side hustles, the meeting lasted 2 hours. If I would have spent 2 hours door dashing and sparking, honestly, I could have made more money. I really could have. Especially during the time that I did it. It was 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. That's prime time for DoorDash. That's prime time for Spark. So we could have really hit those 2 things really hard and done really well. So honestly, you could make $1,000 easy. We'll say $400 of that was stuff that we could do on our own that y'all couldn't do technically because you don't have those side hustles and they're not as easy to come by. But if we just DoorDashed and Sparked, you're looking at about $1,000 a week. It's doable. You can do it. Like, you can make an extra $1,000 just on those 2 apps alone. And if you get on Amazon, Amazon has a Amazon Flex in most cities. Ours just put it in. We can make $50 a day just doing a 4-hour trek with them. And you don't have to deal with people. You don't have to deal with anything. You just find the house, you drop the package off, you take a picture, you leave. You don't have to deal with anybody. It's easy. So that's another side hustle that you can get into. We might do one next week just to show you what it's like. But next week is also, I'm not going to be, starting tomorrow, I'm not going to be talking too much about this. I'm just going to come on here and say, hey, today we made blah, 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 blah. And that's what we did for our side hustles. So it's just going to be quick little hitters. I might do some like fun clips of us doing stuff, but it's not going to be all about it like this past week was. I really just wanted to focus on getting ahead. And that's what we put all of our time and effort into. And honestly, it kicked our butts. So next week, we're going to take a dial back. We're going to get some yearbook stuff done. We're going to get a lot of editing done. We're going to get back on track. Refocus. I'm going to clean this office out here. I had an idea for a side hustle that I think would be really cool. I know editing really well, so I can teach people editing, and I need a place to teach. So I was thinking maybe I could turn this little studio out here into like a little teaching area, maybe do some like side hustles where I do a week training session. I can teach somebody how to be a complete editor within 1 week. I really feel like I can completely train somebody, teach somebody. I have enough footage where they can pretty much be editing the vlogs. Like, I'm going to keep editing my vlogs, but like I could give them the material from the vlogs to edit and be able to create money by teaching people. I don't know how much to charge for that, especially being in a small town. But give like a 1 week session where we do 1 hour a day, and I could easily teach somebody how to be a complete editor and really have some fun and teach them some different things. And I think within 5 days, I could have somebody who doesn't know anything about editing to be a complete video editor. And I might start teaching those classes just to be like this is a basic editing class. This is how to cut, splice, know the software, and just enough to get you in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So I think that might be something that I just offer and see if that's something people are interested in on taking one-on-one classes of learning how to do that. I might have to learn how to do a different software that's free so people don't have to pay for the software that I have. My software costs $60 a month, which can get expensive for people who don't want to do this for for profit. So, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, guys, kind of rambling here, but I just wanted to let y'all know that we're doing stuff. We're putting things in place. Today, instead of filming those 3 videos for Amazon, I took a nap and I lost a possibility to get further in the future and help out tomorrow's self. Like, my goal every day is to help tomorrow Andy out. So I want to get closer to my goals, and I didn't do that today because I needed rest because I busted my butt so hard on this stuff. And like, I don't even know if you can tell, like, I've been sneezing, my nose is stuffy, I almost feel like I have a cold, and I think it's because I've just been going so hard. And we're on current day. It's 11:42 at night. I've got to edit this video and post it before I go to bed, or else I lose the streak. And I'm really debating starting on tomorrow's video and just at least getting it started so that I can film a little bit tomorrow morning and have one video done and then film the rest of the day making the wedding be the second video, but I don't know how much I can film at the wedding, but I want to have a video done before just in case the wedding goes really long. I don't know. So I'm trying to do 2 videos tomorrow to get us caught back up. Sorry it's been midnight 30 on the last couple of vlogs. Last night it wasn't until 1:30 in the morning that I got done. Like, that's how far behind we are on this stuff. So I am definitely trying to do everything I can in order to get out as much content as I can for you guys and to get caught back up and to get us back on track with our finances, because we took a hit with that extra car payment, right? Like literally $900, $966, like whenever we were not expecting that, was definitely a hit. They had a finance thing where you could get like a credit card and do payments, but we're trying to get out of debt. I don't want to get more debt. So like I just decided, hey, we're going to bust our butts and we're going to get ahead. And now that we had that momentum, I was like, man, we can make $5,000 this month. Let's set a goal, and we're going for $5,000 this month. Actually, $4,000. My goal is $5,000, but you know, we're gonna be cool with $4,000. Always shoot higher and land where you want to be. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Hopefully this makes sense. I feel like I'm just rambling, throwing stuff out there, but yeah. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.